of our group field is really healing. And so we bring a potent collective energy to the healing environment when we hold that space in our own hearts collectively, individuals and together. So if you just hold the two of us in that beautiful healing energy, then that'll create magic by itself. So let's start by tapping on the reversal point, and then say out loud, even though I feel, and then name your emotion about the election.
Sad, outraged, anxious, fearful, depressed, you name it.
I still accept myself.
I still accept myself.
Even though I feel, and let's just say all these intense emotions
all these intense emotions
about the election, I am safe and I'm okay. At least for now.
I'm safe and I'm okay.
Yeah, so the election happened.
The election happened,
And the results weren't what I was hoping for.
and the results weren't what I was hoping for.
And I have all these feelings,
And I have all these feelings,
these intense feelings.
intense feelings.
I'm breathing,
I'm breathing,
I'm staying in my body,
I'm staying in my body,
I'm tapping.
I'm tapping.
I have compassion for myself.
I have compassion for myself.
It's really hard
It's really hard
because of what happened in the election.
because of what happened in the election.
I feel all these emotions,
I feel all these emotions.
and they are intense.
And they are intense.
And they should be intense
And they should be intense
because of what happened in the election.
because of what happened in the election.
And I'm still breathing,
And I'm still breathing.
I'm still in my body,
And I'm still in my body.
I'm still here,
I'm still here.
I survived,
I survived.
just barely.
Just, just barely.
I did survive,
I did survive.
I'm still here.
I am still here.
These intense emotions.
These intense emotions.
Let's just tap that point for a while. Really feel each of those emotions as you tap that point. Just name them all again. Outrage,
Anger, outrage, sadness, depression,
depression,
fear,
fear,
disillusionment,
disillusionment.
just depressed, sad, all of it.
All of it. Okay, tap your eyebrow point. All these intense emotions.
All these intense emotions.
Side of your eye. All these intense emotions.
All these intense emotions.
Under your eye.
All these intense emotions.
Good. Under your nose.
All these intense emotions.
Under your lower lip.
All these intense emotions.
All these intense emotions.
All these intense emotions.
All these intense
All
emotions.
these intense emotions.
All these intense
All
emotions.
these intense emotions.
Now let's do the gamut procedure. So tap on the back of your hand. Keep your head steady. Close your eyes and open them. Eyes hard down to the left. Eyes hard down to the right. Eyes in a big, slow circle. Intense emotions. Just follow my fingers. Intense emotions. I feel all these intense emotions. Anger, disgust, disillusionment, outrage, depression. The other side, all these intense emotions. Anger, outrage, disillusionment, disgust, depression, all these emotions, every emotion you can think of, to do with this election, the election, the last election, the next election, every election, the election, disgust, depression, anger, despair, outrage. Okay, back the other direction. All these emotions.
Am I supposed to be saying it too?
No,
Okay.
just listen, it's okay. All these emotions. You take a breath, stop tapping. So go ahead and tap this point again. Just tell me how you feel emotionally right now compared to the way you felt before.
I think a little bit maybe less sad, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe a little bit less sad.
So what happens is I end up thinking about, I think more about the people who are targeted, and that makes me sad and
Even though these people were targeted,
mad. Are
being
and
targeted.
have been. It's not
Yes.
new, but it's so intensified, I feel. So, yeah.
It's
that-
not new, but it is intensified.
Yes, it's not new, it's intensified.
Even though these people are now targeted even more intensely, say it out loud,
Even though people are being targeted more intensely,
and I have all these emotions.
and I have all these emotions,
I'm breathing,
I'm breathing
I'm here,
here,
I'm tapping,
I'm tapping,
I'm feeling my body,
I'm feeling my body,
I'm feeling my emotions,
I'm feeling my emotions,
and I've survived.
I've survived.
I survived the election,
I survived the election,
I've survived my emotions,
I've survived my emotions,
I've survived changes,
I've survived changes,
and I am me.
I am me.
I am me despite the election.
I am me despite the election.
Hasn't changed me.
It hasn't changed me.
I am me.
I am me.
I'm safe,
I am safe, possibly.
possibly safe. My life isn't in danger.
No. Possibly.
Possibly, okay.
I
life
don't,
may-
I don't feel that way necessarily.
My life may be in danger.
Yeah.
Right. Even though my
And
life,
people I love's lives, I feel like are more in danger.
yeah. So even though people I love's lives may be more in danger,
Even though people I love's lives may be more in danger,
I'm doing my best.
I'm doing my best.
I'm breathing.
I'm breathing.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here for them.
I'm here for them.
I really am here for other people.
I really am here for other people.
And sometimes I'm here for me.
And sometimes I'm here for me,
And sometimes my feelings are overwhelming.
and sometimes my feelings are overwhelming,
And I get lost in them.
and I get lost in them.
And even though I get lost in them sometimes,
And even though I get lost in them sometimes,
I have compassion for myself.
I have compassion for myself.
I care about myself.
I care about myself.
I deserve to have a good life,
I deserve to have a good life,
even though these emotions are overwhelming.
even though these emotions are overwhelming.
I deserve to survive.
I deserve to survive.
All these people deserve to survive.
All these people deserve to survive.
And among those people is me.
Among those people is me.
I deserve to survive.
I deserve to survive.
I deserve a good life,
I deserve a good life,
despite the election.
despite the election.
I can't change the results of the election.
I can't change the results of the election.
I wish I could change the results of the election. But I can't.
But I can't.
It's a
Yes.
fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact I have to live with,
It's a fact I have to live with.
and it's very hard to live with.
And it's very hard to live with.
And even though it's hard to live with,
And even though it's hard to live with,
it's hard to accept.
it's hard to accept.
I do accept me.
I do accept me.
I don't accept the results,
I don't accept the results.
but I do accept myself.
But I do accept myself.
And my right
My right
to have a good life,
to have a good life.
to have a calm life,
To have a calm life.
to have a loving life.
To have a loving life.
Okay, let's tap on the gamut point again, back of the hand, close your eyes and open them. Keep your head steady, eyes hard down to the left. Hard down to the right. Tighten a big circle all the way around. Okay, follow my hand again. So, I deserve to be alive despite the results of the election. I deserve to be alive despite my intense emotions. My intense emotions, so strong, they could carry me away, and I choose to survive and have a good life and be full of love and compassion despite the results of the election. I deserve love. Those people deserve love. Among those people is me. I deserve love. I deserve compassion. Just the way those people deserve compassion.
Just the way others deserve compassion.
Others deserve compassion.
Others deserve compassion.
And they get my compassion.
And they get my compassion.
They are safe.
They are safe.
I am safe.
I am safe.
I am breathing.
I am breathing.
Despite the election.
Despite the election.
I can't change it.
I can't change it.
I wish I could.
I wish I could.
But I can change
But I can change.
how upset I am.
How upset I am.
I can change
I can change
my emotions.
my emotions.
And when I'm calm,
And when I'm calm,
I can take effective action.
I can take effective action.
I can take effective action
I can take effective action
when I'm calm,
when I am calm,
despite the results
despite the results
of the election. Other way around.
of the election.
The results
The results
of the election.
of the election.
I cannot change them.
I cannot change them.
I can only change me
I can only change me
and my emotions
and my emotions
and my peace of mind.
and my peace of mind.
I can have peace of mind.
And that peace of mind,
I can have peace of mind
I can have peace of mind
despite the election.
despite the election.
I give myself peace of mind
I give myself peace of mind
despite the election.
despite the election.
I choose peace of mind
I choose peace of mind
despite the election.
despite the election.
You take a breath. So just tune back into your body and see how you feel at this very moment.
My left shoulder's better.
Good. Less tension there.
Mhm. I feel like a little bit lighter, and there's trust, like I don't fully trust everything that I just said. So, yeah.
So feel in your body where you feel fear most intensely right now. Just do a quick body scan, head to toe, and tell me where in your body you feel fear,
I think it's here,
here,
up in here.
and okay, so all across your chest,
And like lower
Throat.
throat,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's tap as we tune into that. What color is that here?
Dark.
Dark. And is it moving or stationary? Is it vibrating?
No, it's pretty stationary.
Stationary.
Solid.
Solid.
Mhm.
So you know I have this solid fear.
I have this solid fear,
I have this dark fear
this dark fear.
in my throat.
Okay, wait.
What's that?
I may not have been the best person to choose.
You're doing great.
No, because I think part of it is family history.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So even though part of it is family history, if I have to say that right now,
Yeah,
I know part of it is family history,
I know part of it is family history.
but I'd like you to stick to the election for right now. So to say I'm going to stick to the election.
I'm going to stick to the election,
Even though I know this is part of a bigger pattern,
even though I know this is part of a bigger pattern.
And I have to work on that bigger pattern.
And I have to work on that bigger pattern.
I'm going to bite off a small chunk of it right now,
I'm going to bite off a small chunk of it right now.
and I'm going to focus on just the election.
And I'm going to focus on just the election.
Because the election is big enough by itself,
Because the election is big enough by itself
without me bringing in my family history at this moment.
without me bringing in my family history at this moment.
So I'm going to stick to the election.
Okay, I'm going to stick to the election.
So I want you to think about one facet of the election that really has triggered you more than any other one. So don't tell me what it is, but just
Okay.
think about if you had to reduce it down to one image or one name or one word or one phrase. Just think about what that is. Don't tell me what it is. And then let's just call that, what's a good name for that? What's wrong? Let's call the thing that represents what's wrong.
Okay.
So say it out loud. Even though I'm thinking about what's wrong,
Even though I'm thinking about what's wrong,
I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
I can think about what's wrong
I can think about what's wrong
and still love me
and still love me
and still care about myself
and still care about myself.
and to notice that I'm safe.
And to notice that I'm safe.
I'm noticing I'm safe
I'm noticing I'm safe
despite this thing.
despite this thing.
This thing is a fact
This thing is a fact
that I cannot change.
that I cannot change.
I'm still in my body.
I'm still in my body.
I'm still breathing.
I'm still breathing.
Yeah. I'm still okay,
I'm still okay.
at least for now,
At least for now.
even though this thing happened
Even though this thing happened.
and I can't change it.
And I can't change it.
I can't change it.
I can't change it.
This thing happened
This thing happened.
and I'm still alive.
And I'm still alive.
I made it through so far in my life,
I've made it through so far in my life.
and there's at least some possibility
And there's at least some possibility
I'll make it through the rest of my life
I'll
too,
make it through the rest of my life too.
despite this thing.
Despite this thing.
Because I've survived all kinds of things.
Because I've survived all kinds of things.
I survived the election as well.
I survived the election as well.
I'm a survivor,
I'm a survivor.
and I have managed to survive
And I have managed to survive
some pretty horrible things,
some pretty horrible things.
including the election.
Including the election.
And as I think about the election,
And as I think about the election,
I realize
I realize
I did survive.
I did survive.
I'm a survivor,
I'm a survivor.
and I love and appreciate the fact
And I love and appreciate the fact
that I'm a survivor.
that I'm a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I did survive this.
I did survive this.
I accept myself surviving this.
I accept myself surviving this.
I accept myself surviving the next election.
I accept myself surviving the next election.
And maybe even the one after that.
And maybe even the one after that.
Ones that go well for me,
Ones that go well for me.
ones that go badly for me.
Ones that go badly for me.
I'm still me,
I'm still me.
however they go.
However they go.
Some go well,
Some go well.
some go badly.
Some go badly.
I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
I'm the same person,
I'm the same person.
regardless of how the elections go.
Regardless of how the elections go.
I'm the same person,
I'm the same person.
regardless of how the elections go.
Regardless of how the elections go.
Back of your hand, the elections.
The elections.
There's a big circle all the way around the elections.
The elections.
This election,
This election.
the last election,
The last election.
the one before that,
The one before that.
the one before that,
The one before that.
the one that's coming next,
The one that's coming next.
the one after that,
The one after that.
and the one after that.
And the one after that.
All these elections,
All these elections.
I've survived these
I've
elections
survived these elections.
my whole life long.
My whole life long.
I'll survive the next one,
I'll survive the next one.
and the next two,
And the next two.
and the next three,
And the next three.
maybe even the next four.
Maybe even the next four.
Just the way I survived the last four,
Just the way I survived the last four.
and the last six,
And the last six.
and the last 10,
And the last 10.
and the next two,
And the next two.
and the next 10.
And the next 10.
Love and acceptance,
Love and acceptance.
surviving the elections,
Surviving the elections.
surviving all the stuff,
Surviving all the stuff.
for loving and accepting
Loving and accepting.
that I am still here,
That I am still here.
despite all the past elections
Despite all the past elections.
and all the future
And
elections.
all the future elections.
Take a breath. So, compared to how that feeling was in your throat and chest before, how is it
Mhm.
now?
Definitely better. I don't feel like I'm kind of being choked here. It feels, yeah, definitely not heavy metal. It's not, it's like more of a, something light or maybe more clothy, not heavy and scary. Like a veil, like before it felt like a piece of armor, kind of
Okay.
heavy metal, and now
Okay.
it's just kind of like this veil of something, a scarf or a veil.
So that heavy armor is turned to a veil.
The heavy armor is turned to a veil.
I have changed that heavy armor to a veil
I have changed that heavy armor to a veil
in just a few minutes of tapping.
in just a few minutes of tapping.
That's how powerful I am.
That's how powerful I am.
That's how powerful my ability is
That's how powerful my ability is.
to shift myself,
To shift myself.
to love myself,
To love
to
myself.
take care of myself.
To take care of myself.
And I need to take care of myself
And I need to take care of myself
before I can take care of those people
before I can take care of those people
who are targeted in the election.
who are targeted in the election.
I need to take care of me.
I need to take care of me,
And I've shifted myself
and I've shifted myself
a lot
a lot
in just a few minutes.
in just a few minutes.
I can shift myself a lot
I can shift myself a lot
in just a few minutes
in just a few minutes
whenever I choose.
whenever I choose.
I've just proven I can.
I've just proven I can.
I can let this veil change.
I can let this veil change.
I can let this heavy metal
I
change.
can let this heavy metal change.
I can let my feelings
I
change.
can let my feelings change.
I can let them be what they are.
I can let them be what they are,
And I'll survive whatever they are
and I'll survive whatever they are
as they shift and change.
as they shift and change.
Because I love myself
Because I love myself,
and I have compassion on myself
and I have compassion for myself,
despite the election.
despite the election.
Despite the election.
Despite the election.
Eyebrow, despite the election.
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 So how does your body feel now? Shoulders, chest,
My
throat.
shoulders better, my chest is better, throat is better. Better.
Better, okay.
Mhm.
So let's just celebrate that I do deserve to feel okay,
I do deserve to feel okay,
despite external circumstances.
despite external circumstances,
Even when bad things happen,
even when bad things happen,
like the election,
like the election.
I deserve
I deserve
to feel okay
to feel okay
in myself.
in myself.
That doesn't mean things are okay in the world,
That doesn't mean things are okay in the world,
because they definitely aren't,
because they definitely aren't,
but I can make them okay in me.
but I can make them okay in me.
I can be okay inside myself,
I can be okay inside myself,
even when bad things happen in the world.
even when bad things happen in the world.
I can be okay inside myself.
I can be okay inside myself.
I deserve to be okay inside myself,
I deserve to be okay inside myself,
even though I feel passionately about what's going on in the world.
even though I feel passionately about what's going on.
I feel those passionate feelings
I can feel those passionate feelings
as a person who's okay.
as a person who's okay.
I keep my feelings,
I keep my feelings,
and I keep being a person who's okay,
and I keep being a person who's okay,
who takes care of herself,
who takes care of herself,
who respects herself,
who respects herself,
who loves herself,
who loves herself,
who's okay with herself,
who's okay with herself,
even when things aren't okay in the outside world.
even when things aren't okay in the outside world.
I can still be okay inside.
I can still be okay inside.
I'm 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 okay inside.
Okay, another deep breath and just describe your chest, your shoulders, your left shoulder that was tense before.
I actually feel kind of buzzy, like somewhat solid but not solid. It's kind of weird. Yeah, my shoulder's better, so a little bit way better. This. Still feels okay, better. Yeah, I think I kind of felt a little, not out of body, but just not as, maybe not as tense. I think I feel less tense in my being.
And that buzz is often just energy that was really stuck. Now it gets liberated. And like one psychologist talks about frozen cells, where we have this frozen moment of anguish, of emotional reaction, and then that buzz is often all of that like ice cube of emotion that's just been frozen, that frozen cell, that energy just starts to...
That's a good description, because it does feel like kind of the outer layer of me is like buzz. Yeah, that's a good description.
Yeah. And so the energy body is starting to settle into a new configuration. So letting go of some of that frozen energy of panic and sorrow and grief and anger, and now it's moving. And you still may feel things, but again, they're moving through you. They aren't stuck in you anymore.
I want them to move out through the bottom
Yes.
of my feet into the
Yes.
earth.
Well, take your shoes off during the break and walk around barefoot outside for a while,
Okay,
and give it a chance to do that. Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It was very helpful.